Do you ever watch a playoff series and think, yeah, anything less than 7 games of this would just be not acceptable? That's how I feel about Denver, Minnesota. So thankfully we're getting a 7th game because this series has just been so crazy and just such an epic, back and forth, highs and lows. I don't really know what's going to happen because Minnesota wins the first 2 games and it's like, oh my God, like, are the Timberwolves Denver's kryptonite? Do they have the recipe? Have they figured this out? Then Denver wins the next 3 games. Then it's like, oh, of course, like champs, like they really flipped the switch. They figured it out. They know how to do this. Then Minnesota blows out Denver last night by over 40. And now heading into this 7th game, I don't know what to think. I really don't. And there's so many questions like that you can ask of either team that are really going to determine how this 7th game goes. Where is Jokic going to be a scorer or a playmaker? Is Cat going to get in foul trouble? Because that would really just disrupt everything Minnesota likes to do in terms of defense, because they don't really like having Rudy Gobert guard Jokic one-on-one. You saw what happened in Game 5. Jokic went for 40 and went at him every single time. You like having Rudy Gobert guard off the ball Aaron Gordon so he could stay near the rim. What's Anthony Edwards going to do? This could be I hate to do the overarching legacy talk, but this could be a really big game for Anthony Edwards. At 22 years old, to take down the defending champs on their home court in a Game 7 would be, But he's weirdly been sort of inconsistent in this series, where he's had 2 40-point games, but he's also had 2 games under 20. So what's he gonna do? Is he gonna come out from the jump just swinging, ready to punch them in the mouth? Is he gonna try to ease into this game? I don't know. Jamal Murray, just 1 20-point game in this series. When he plays well, it really just helps Denver do everything they want to do on offense, because then you have the Jokic Murray 2-man game, and that's just unstoppable. But if he's struggling, which he has in this series, that's also going to be a big problem. Michael Porter Jr., 2 20-point games, but also 4 games in single digits. That's not good at all. And then just the beauty of Game 7s, you just wonder, what are you going to get from the role players? What is Jaden McDaniels going to do? KCP, Mike Conley, Aaron Gordon. Mike Conley actually looked really healthy and really good in this Game 6 after missing Game 5. So that's big. And it's the beauty of Game 7s is that whatever happened in this series beforehand doesn't matter. There's no tomorrow. There's no, the laws of averages, are going to even out next game. None of it matters. We've seen insanely random, awesome performances from guys in Game 7s. Kelly Olynyk in 2017, Grant Williams in 2022, I believe it was. And it just doesn't matter what they did beforehand or what they might do after. All it is win or go home. Game 7, and that's what's so awesome. Is Minnesota's defense, are they going to be swarming and everywhere like they were in games 1, 2, and 6? Or, is Denver going to get the best home court? Does Minnesota have the experience? Carl Towns, can he shoot? It's just, this series deserves a 7th game because it's been so awesome watching, this young upstart Minnesota team, a team that had such a great season, the best season in 20 years, literally, where it's really validating that controversial trade that they made, and you love to see how far they can go. They have this budding superstar in Anthony Edwards, who, we're all ready to anoint as the next guy, the next face of the league, trying to dethrone the defending champs who are, obviously trying to repeat as champions, and all the struggles that come with that. They're really trying to cement themselves as one of the best teams, of the decade, I guess you could say. Nobody's repeated since the 2017-2018 Warriors, so for the Nuggets to be able to do that in this age where it feels like we really have more parity than we have in decades, so just seeing those two clashes and seeing how Tim Conley belt the Nuggets and then also beat Minnesota, and seeing them go together, Jokic, Edwards, what would it mean for Towns, Murray, Gobert, I can't wait for Sunday.